Here we go.
Ambulance, what's the address of the emergency?
Police emergency.
Go ahead, caller.
Almost every second
Police.
Listen carefully, I'm going to tell you how to do resuscitation.
of every single day,
I'm just so scared. All right, come on, calm down.
Starting to get a bit tasty now, isn't it?
someone somewhere
I need you to look at her vagina very carefully.
You are?
dials 999.
It's a hell of a responsibility.
He's got a knife in his back.
You wouldn't be human, and you definitely wouldn't do this job if you weren't affected by calls.
Just tell them in the background to calm down for me.
But what makes an emergency?
I can't call a taxi for you, no.
The definition keeps broadening.
It's a bit embarrassing. I've just been having sex and something's just snapped.
As Britain keeps changing.
Car's on fire again.
Get the real police to face, please.
We see a different side because no one really calls us if they're happy.
Do you want some water? Quick! Get around here, sort it out!
We follow the calls
You need to cover me up. He's going to kill me.
as they are passed to police and paramedics
Coming on an emergency response, he'll be there very shortly.
right across Cheshire.
Just want to make sure you're all right.
There's nothing wrong.
A county with a growing divide between the haves
Play football for Wrexham. You play football for Wrexham?
and the have-nots is plain to see.
You're taking the word of a rich man over the word of a poor man.
This is life through the eyes of those we rely on to protect us from each other
I do hope you can catch them.
and from ourselves.
Pull your pants up and stop acting like a child. Sit down.
It's almost become some kind of Mad Max kind of society where it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Not a very good boyfriend if he slams your head against a brick wall, is he?
I wish I could take it all back, but I can't.
I wouldn't turn my back on someone when they want help.
You know I'm here to help, don't you?
Police emergency.
In Cheshire,
Cheshire Police, how can I help?
property prices are amongst the highest in the whole of the UK.
This is where all the money is. Even these little houses up here will cost you a lot of money.
But many people aren't even making minimum wage.
37 years old, I'm working 60 hours a week for £210 a week.
You're under arrest on suspicion of theft and assault, all right? So you don't have to say anything, mate. I'm theft and assault.
With theft and the trade in stolen goods booming,
Rough guesstimate. 23 grand, I reckon.
this year, 1 in 9 will be a victim of crime.
And that money is for any debts of my funeral.
You want to find the fraud squad? What's happened?
And it's no longer just the wealthy
I had some of my ducks stolen.
who are paying the price.
Is this the thing what he's threatened you with in the house? No, it wasn't that.
Get out to work and earn it the same as I had to.
Good evening, Cheshire Police. How can I help you?
I've checked my account and I found that who is supposed to be my so-called partner, has used it against my will.
Wait a minute. What do you mean against your will? Mean she's used it without your consent?
Yes, £1,500 on.
Go ahead, caller.
Oh, hello. I've just given up the drive of my home and I think there's somebody in there.
There's somebody in your house. Just hang on, we're going to get somebody on the way. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Right, I've got that issued now, so just tell me exactly what you've seen.
The alarm has been taken off the wall. The front door's open and as I came in I saw a shadow of somebody go at the back. The lights on in my bedroom at the back and I'm in the drive. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Because we're in the middle of nowhere, so...
We've got a couple of patrols on the way. I'd just drive away if I was you.
Money has long been held to be the root of all evil.
I think I've been broken into.
Right.
I don't know if they're still in the house.
And with the gap between rich and poor growing bigger,
They must have been on foot. We have electric gates at the back.
the staff in the 999 control room have good reason to believe that it's as true today as it's ever been.
There's different demographics in our county now, and as a society in general, there seems to be quite a big divide between the rich and the rest of society. it causes an awful lot of problems.
Through to police emergency.
Hi, I've just seen someone walk past me.
Right.
I'm going to the bins outside of Tesco's and he's starting to steal some food. I don't know whether you want to send someone over for that or not.
Okay, so there's a male stealing food from a bin.
Yeah.
Cheshire Police now receive over 400 reports of burglary and theft every week. And it isn't just a problem in towns and cities.
Cheshire Police, how can I help?
Yes, good morning. I had some of my ducks stolen.
What, over ducks themselves?
The ducks themselves.
Oh, right. When did it happen?
Well, I noticed that I hadn't got the ducks yesterday afternoon. It's a small holding, and the pond is in the bottom of the drive.
Right.
I have 5 acres around the house.
Right, and how many waterfowl ducks have been stolen?
13 altogether. I'd missed them yesterday when I fed them, and I fed them the day before, and they were there.
Right.
PC's Sarah Brockley and Tori Wilkes travelled the 11 miles from Crewe to investigate the latest case of foul practice in the Cheshire countryside.
What do you call a crate full of ducks? A box of quackers. What did the detective duck say to his partner?
No idea.
Are you actually trying to think of it?
Well, I can't imagine a duck being a detective for the start.
I hope we crack this case.
So basically, any saying that's got the word crack in it has just been swapped for quack. Down here.
It's got some little ducks in there.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm fine, yeah, good to see you. You find the dogs very noisy, but as yet they've never bitten anybody, so.
Oh, God.
There she is. She was 14 in July. You wouldn't think it. She's as fit as anything.
Hello.
Lovely dog.
Is it the lake right down at the bottom where these ones have gone?
The pond at the bottom, yeah.
I'm not a specialist on ducks. I wasn't quite sure if something had eaten them. They have to be quite hungry to eat 13. Whether they might have flown off.
You know, this has been a bit neglected, you know. But it's a natural pond.
How deep is it? Would they have to go on the island in the middle, or...?
It's about 8 feet, 9 feet
right.
deep. They're jumpy, you see. Something's happened. They are jumpy. There's no getting away from it.
Yeah.
When I came down to feed them, I feed them around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Couldn't find any evidence of bodies, couldn't find any evidence of feathers. And if it had been a mink that had come up, takes them over the fence, they'd have left some feathers on it. We've had that happen before. So it's a two-legged one.
To steal 13, you'd have to have some kind of vehicle that was suitable to transport them and containers to put them in. It's not the kind of thing you could just put under your arm and walk off with. So it's pre-planned.
I've got 5 acres around the house. And then I used to have the 6 acres over there and the 3.5 over there. You know, the old idea that you hung for stealing a sheep, well, that could come back. I mean, somebody the other day had 40 ewes stolen, you know, and that is a lot of money. Well, it just annoys me, you know. I think anything that is dishonest just, you know, just really annoys me madly. I mean, as a veterinary surgeon, certainly in my generation, you've got a very high standard, or you must try and live to a very high standard. That's how we were brought up and how I was brought up. And people that do things like that are just despicable in my mind. So say you sold, say, 2 pairs of pochard, a pair of tufties and a pair of gargany. That's 60, 160, 200, that's 250 quid's worth. You know, and that's a nice little income on a weekly basis. The value doesn't come into it as much as the emotion of it. You just value them as part of the environment of the whole place, actually. I mean, it's just something that's been taken away from the whole enjoyment of the property we have. Or I have now. But to me, also, it's an emotional loss, because my wife only lost her 15 months ago, and she was very fond of those ducks.
Yeah.
So it cuts both ways, you see.
Especially if she's, you know, assisted you in putting time.
Oh, she was. I mean, we'd always feed them together and things like that, you know. So it's still a bit raw.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So not nice. Not nice. Not nice. So it cuts both ways. There is a widening gap between the haves and have-nots. I'm sure the have-nots of that mentality will look at the people that have and will say, well, I'm going to have a bit of that.
Police, what's the emergency call?
We've got a worker who's had a knife and a bat. We've got some big problems with him. Lock the door. Yeah, lock the door.
Right, is he there now?
Yeah.
Has he been threatening to everybody then?
Yeah.
And you're in a place of safety, are you?
Yeah, lots of toes in the office.
Okay, we're on the way, okay.
What's your surname, please? Jones.
It's 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon, and 37-year-old skip sorter Simon Jones has been arrested following a dispute with his boss over wages.
I don't deserve that, doing nothing wrong. They were at the night, did you say?
Yeah.
They accused me of going mad. Simon, just bear with us. The officer's going to tell me why you've been arrested.
No problem.
Now, yeah? Just listen in.
So the staff said the gentleman was there making threats to harm them, and he was armed with a knife and a machete.
Which is completely lies. Was that today, yeah?
Yeah, just...
At the night, did you say?
Knife and a machete.
It was a kitchen knife, not a machete, and I carried a kitchen knife every single day at work to cut banding straps, you name it, I have to cut stuff. Have you ever seen a... Making threats to me, yeah. Made no threats whatsoever. Want to take your hat off for us, please? No problem. They have hurt me. I've done nothing wrong, officer. I know, you've told me that, mate, but we need to interview you about the offence, don't we? All right? Have you had any alcohol recently? Last night, officer, yes. I'm 37 years old. It's perfectly legal. Hey, Simon, you've entitled to have a solicitor. But I do want a solicitor, yeah, because I've done nothing wrong. Yeah, so I do actually want one, yeah. Right, so sorting out for you, yeah. I've done nothing wrong. You're taking the word of a rich man over the word of a poor man, and now I'm arrested. We haven't had your words yet. We're going to interview you about it, aren't we? Well, lock me up, I swear down. I've done nothing wrong. Simon, if you come with me, I'll put... Okay. You know I've done nothing wrong, officer. I've done anything wrong.
After a night in the cells, it's Simon's turn to give his version of events.
Been arrested yesterday now, Saturday afternoon. Do you just want to tell us about what it is that's happened yesterday?
I asked for a pay rise. He's basically laughed in my face and told me I was never getting one.
So, after he said that to you, what happened after that?
I spat my dummy about, started going a bit mad about it.
So, you worked as normal on the Saturday morning. What was it that changed that you ended up getting into this conversation about your pay?
I'd sorted out £2,380 worth of metal for him, which he had no idea was there.
Right, OK.
Now, you'd have thought there'd have been at least, nice one, Bill. Cheers, mate. None of that. Anybody else I'd know, you'd be putting £20, £50 in the top pocket, wouldn't they? You know, if you made somebody legally, completely legally, £2,380 one random day, you'd have at least bought him a cup of coffee, wouldn't you?
So how much did you ask for, Simon?
I asked for a pay rise.
How much?
I didn't specify.
Just asked for the pay rise?
Yes. Okay. And he said I was never going to get one. I told him to stick his job up his bum. At that point, I would have been coming across abrupt, but hurt nobody, touched nobody, made no threats.
Were you shouting?
Yeah, I mean, I was quite forward in it, but I was angry and upset. Any normal human being would have been. You know, I do deserve a pay rise. I'm 37 years old, I'm working 60 hours a week for £210 a week. It's, you know, it's not a lot, is it?
Okay.
When I asked for the pay rise, I only wanted another £30, £40 a week.
Okay, first thing first, just look straight into the camera, please.
Everything goes up but your wages.
Okay, so step up here, please. Right hand, 4 fingers.
Everything, you name it, everything costs money. Even a carry bag now is 6p. And I meant like, oh God, who can't afford 6p? You start adding it up every time you go to the supermarket. I don't think the average working person earns enough.
He's been refused his pay rise. He said he's got a bit angry about it, and that's it.
He was very excitable when he came in, wasn't he? So no CCTV.
No CCTV.
No evidence to support the alleged initial allegation. I mean, he wasn't in a public place anyway, was he? And he possibly had lawful possession of the knife. Right, so we're going to fame, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you see somebody pocket money after money and you're just a number to them, when will somebody understand that human beings do have rights?
Try not to get any more mischief. Certainly.
When will somebody just vote the little man, the hard worker, the miners, the steel workers? When will somebody actually care? Because they won't. And there is a social divide. And I don't see it changing. So I stood up for what I thought was right. I walked out of them cells because I really didn't do anything wrong.
Cheshire Police.
Oh, hi there. My bag's been stolen.
And what was in your bag?
My iPhone 6, £80 in cash, my co-op bank card. We've had the shop broken into.
What did you see? People running away?
Yeah, you caught somebody running away, scullering away.
The total value of the goods stolen in the UK last year was £1.8 billion.
Just took £100 and tools. My husband's at stake because he's...
All right, don't worry, I'm going to get somebody on an emergency to you.
That's enough to pay for the whole cost of Cheshire Police for the next 1,000 years.
I've just going to bed, just, and I think someone's breaking in the side door. They've gone in the side door, love.
You say the door's just gone through? Did you hear it?
I'm a bit old for that.
No, I don't blame you at all. You stay where you are.
PC's Ross Dryden and Lindsay Whitehurst are dispatched to assist in the search of a suspicious vehicle which has been stopped near the scene of the burglary.
Just secure him for now. There's another lad in the back there. He's got loads of cigarettes in the other car. He's not been searched. I've got his all. I've got all his details.
Sitting there.
I don't smoke. Do these look legit to you or what? Look at them ones.
Pouches of tobacco in it.
There's all kinds.
Is there any HMI or anything like any?
I have no idea what stuff.
Have they got cigarettes in the vehicle?
Loads of them.
Are they foreign ones?
Yes, some are. I'll start lifting it all out.
Britain's shadow economy is now worth £150 billion a year.
Fags, they're expensive things, aren't they? So if people can get them cheaper, they will get them cheaper. I'm sure they don't have any trouble getting rid of these contraband cigarettes that are knocking about.
And how do they go about turning it into cash?
Normally just sold on estates, sometimes in your local corner shop. If it's a cheap deal, there will always be somebody that will buy it off you no matter what it is. Whether it's a TV, cigarettes, stolen alcohol. Everything's got a street value. Everything.
Cigarettes, £9 in the shops, £4 on the street. People steal iPhones from houses and then they'll sell them at cash converters for peanuts compared to what the person who bought it outright has paid for it.
They just want to turn things into cash as quickly as possible. Rough guesstimate, if it was sold as Tesco would sell it, about 23 grand, I reckon.
Who said that?
Lucy worked it out.
Really?
I think if you got annoyed at the amount of money that criminals make from doing things and certainly earning considerably more than I am, then I'd be frustrated a lot. You just have to detach yourself from it and accept that it happens.
Here's my contribution to this.
Does crime pay?
Does crime pay? Oh yeah, I think crime probably in certain aspects of it pays. No doubt if they had got away with those cigarettes, they'd have earned quite a bit of money. But what's the price for that? You're constantly looking over your shoulder. You get caught, likelihood is they're going to be facing jail time. I work for a living, I earn an honest living. Do you know what I mean? I'm not looking over my shoulder because I do a legitimate job, I don't break the law. So it does pay to a certain extent, but I don't think it's worth the risk of doing it, to be honest with you.
Oh no, look!
I've got £300 left, but I've still got my car to come out.
Is that not including the money that you used to transfer me?
Couldn't help yourself, could you?
I'll lend you money before payday to see you through till payday.
PC's Dryden and Whitehurst aren't just partners at work. They're also partners at home.
We've been together, getting on for 18 months now, I think. I innocently asked him to come round for lasagna for tea one night, and he's never left.
No, shut up and let me finish. Shut up and let me finish.
The blinds.
Yeah, all right, deposit the blinds. Yeah, all right, sorry, not the aerial man then. She's got 7 years longer in the job than me, so she gets paid a lot more money than I do. So yeah, it's me who borrows money off her before the end of the month, but I pay her back. But I'm trying to think last time I did. She bought me a suit, and I have to pay her back for that.
Tap.
I don't find myself lending her money, I've never got any, that's why.
Over the last decade, the wages of an ordinary working person in Britain have fallen 10% in real terms.
Police emergency. What's your emergency, please?
Me brother.
Your brother?
Yeah, because we've got in an argument in the house and he's pushing me about and that because I've accused him of theft and I want the police to investigate the theft of a coin.
A coin?
Yeah, of fingerprints took from it.
Right, so you think your brother's had it?
Yeah. And many years ago this has happened, but I've only just discovered a silver dollar from America has been replaced by a coin I've never seen before.
How long ago are we talking about?
Well, I got the coin when I was 16. I'm 50 now, but I don't know when it was actually swapped over.
Sorry, you're through to the police now. What's the emergency?
Yes, the emergency is a break and entry.
In what town?
In Macclesfield, love.
Okay, and what's happening there?
Basically, it's forced entry, love.
Who's he?
Mr. Joshua.
Okay, why is he forced entry?
Apparently I owe him money, love, and he's come round to my property demanding it.
Everything comes back to money, doesn't it? We go to some of the pettiest things, but for somebody living that, it's not petty. And a lot of it does come down to cash and the fact that these matters are not police matters, but people won't or can't afford to get it sorted civilly.
Hi, buddy. What's your name, mate?
My name's Joshua Hayes. Thank you very much.
21-year-old labourer Joshua Hayes has been arrested following an argument over just £10.
Okay. You understand why you're here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Allegation of damage. You've been detained here for the purposes of gaining evidence by questioning. Okay.
Just come with us to a room down there,
No, thank you very much.
I'll show you.
Is he polite?
Is he?
Really nice, isn't it?
Not on the way here. Kicking off, big time. He likes you.
I like him. I like polite people. He's really nice.
He's not been like that with me.
In your own words and in as much detail as you can recall, can you give me your full account of what led up to you being arrested,
Definitely.
please, Josh?
Well, it was, woke up at about 10 and I got up straight away because Thomas, don't actually know his second name, know him through friends, ended up with him owing me £10, gone over there today to go and pick it up. It was back and forth, he was getting dead boisterous saying that he wasn't giving me the money, but then come down and let me in, and then straight away the door's getting slammed in my face. Instantly I've reacted, put my arm out, palm of my hand, smashed the window, and that was it.
What's he owe you this £10 for?
Just for the simple case of me lending him money. You know what I mean? Like £2 here, £2 there. And then, like I said to you, it built up to a £10. Pound to pound, that's a meal through the day. You put £10 here, you put £10 there, and you do that, and you save it up. And next minute, you've got a couple £100 in your pocket. But people who are rich don't really understand it. They don't see it like it's just £10. It's just like brushing their teeth in the morning, spending money for people who are rich.
Would you say that your actions were reckless?
No, because he's the one who... I just went round there to go and pick some money up.
We opened the door.
He's opened it. Josh, step
physically.
in. I'm going to go and... he physically told me to step in as well.
Right.
I'm going to go upstairs. I'll go and get the money. Literally 2 seconds. In this 2 seconds, I've turned my head. The door's got sand in my face. My hand's being pushed. I've used my hand to stop the door.
Okay, and you think that if you hadn't have put your
It would
hand
have
up,
hit me in the face. I didn't have time to think of it like that, like when it happened, because it just happened. If I went round there to do stuff, there would have been more than a criminal damage on the door. Why do you think he owes me £10?
Right. Okay.
Like,
well, that's why I've asked the question.
No, no. This is what I'm saying. It's a rhetorical question. Like, why do you think he owes me £10? That's what I'm trying to get across. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I look after myself. I have my own money. Now there's people like that all the time with people like myself. Oh, can you lend me £1? Can you lend me £2? I'm a kind-hearted person.
Yes,
I do that. You know what I mean? But like, if I see someone struggling, I'll try my best to help him. People with a lot of money don't even think about money issues. They've got everything's paid for. They're sorted. I don't think they appreciate it as much as what a person who would need it would.
It sounds like it's 6 of one, half does the other. You put up a reasonable sort of explanation, so I'm going to release you without charge, so you're now officially innocent.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It would be a lot easier with a lot more money, but this is where people like myself have to get off your arse and go and get it. I've worked as a chef, I've been a labourer, and obviously I'm good on Gabba, I've worked on phones and all that, so I've made my money as I can. I've got myself out there. Some people haven't got enough in their own head to believe that they can go out and go and get a job like a normal person. So they'll go to the lowest of the low to do what they have to do to survive.
Cheshire, please.
Oh, hi. Could I report a fraud, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm the managing director of a care company, and one of our ladies has basically had her bank card frauded. We've just arrived to do a lunch call, and she was in floods of tears. The bank statement had just arrived, and this is the first she knew that it had happened.
What's the lady's name?
Pamela Amy Allman.
How old's Pamela?
How old are you now, Pam? Bless you. 83.
What's the value that's gone?
9561.80.
£9,561.80.
Yes.
PCs Matt Ambrose and Mike Lowe are sent to take a statement from the victim.
It's an older lady, isn't it?
It's like a sneaking distraction burglary. Someone's had the bank card stolen from the house.
It's so vulnerable. I'm always amazed at how much money like older people just have.
I believe there's been an incident whereby quite a substantial lot of money taken from you.
Yeah. A fortnight today, my sister takes me shopping every Friday morning. And I did my shopping. I paid for my goods with my card.
Yeah.
I went outside and I got £100 out of the
cash machine.
As we got back from shopping, we hadn't shut the door, had we? The front door we come in. And 2 ladies were behind us at the door. And they said, could we help them? She got this great big map out, which my sister Angela could see. They wanted the M6.
You know, she put it in her pocket when she got the £100 out the cash machine.
Yeah.
And whether they followed her back here
Yeah.
and then took it out of her pocket while they were being distracted by this map.
I just can't tell you how I felt, because I'm as careful as I can be. You know, I mean, I know I'm an old woman, so I've got to be careful. But you see, I never go out alone. I can't go out alone. And that money is for any debts of my funeral. So, I mean, I don't touch it because I don't want them to be in any debt when I've gone. So I'll get over it. I'm sorry. I'm just getting a bit emotional.
It's okay. It's alright, don't worry.
How often in your life, Pam, have you been involved with the police?
It's the first time in my life. I've been a good girl. I've never stolen a toffee, no. I won't say that because I did have 1 or 2 toffees when I worked in the shop. But, you know, I've never stole anything. I can't imagine why you would want to steal. Because, like, we were brought up to work and save. They really do need punishing, don't they?
We'll certainly try our best.
There's such a lot of wicked people in this country.
She's like your nana, you know, she's like anybody's nana. I could relate to Pam and the circumstances she was in. You know, I've got elderly grandparents as well, and I was left feeling, how would I feel if it was my nana or my granddad that these people had taken that amount of money from?
Well, thank you so much.
It's all right. We'll give you a little call this afternoon. We'll just verify everything that we're doing and what we have done. We'll be in touch, and we'll certainly do our best to try and track down who it is that's responsible for it.
Thank you so. Oh, I do hope you can catch them.
More than 80% of victims of distraction burglaries are people over 65.
Police emergency.
I've been assaulted and someone's come into my flat and robbed my flat.
Are they still there now?
He has left.
What's he taken?
An Xbox, some cash, an iPad.
Do you remember anything about what he was wearing or anything?
He has short hair in his late 20s, tracksuit top and bottom, light in colour.
PCs Dryden and Whitehurst are immediately dispatched to join the search for the burglar.
You alright, you getting on?
Yeah, he's here. He's Dale Roberts. He's gone in at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think his iPad. He's gone back at 7:30 this morning and basically battered him.
I'm getting piss wet through here. Put my coat on when we're outside, I think.
Are you free for a job?
Got my fleece. Grey trackie. That'll stand out.
Yes.
This guy's inside somewhere. I think we're going to struggle.
Yeah, he's definitely inside. In this weather, anyway.
Unless this is
Roberts.
our man.
No, it's not a great track, is it?
It is.
It is now. 223, BA.
What the fuck?
Come here.
Well, at the minute, you're under arrest on suspicion of theft and assault, alright? So you don't have to say anything.
We're going to have to
assault.
cut
Fuck you,
this
do
out.
fucking head out now. Get that coming at me, fucking
Stop it.
giving evidence.
Fucking move, fucking dickhead. Giving evidence on what, you fucking bellends?
223, can we have another patrol here? We've got no room in our
An
car.
assault on
Just
what?
jump in the back.
Hold on, get that stuff.
An assault on
Grab
what?
that stuff.
An assault
Well,
on who?
let me get you in
Get
the
in
car.
there and
It's
we'll discuss it with you.
Tell him get the camera then, fucking guy.
Explain it to him now.
You dick.
Yes, we're in order. It's this mail that Paul was looking for, if you can let him know.
Dale's known. The same names pop up, and you'll find that you'll go to jobs and the name's always popping up, and you think, oh, he obviously is after some cash.
Yeah, he does it.
223, you know that.
Just got lucky that he popped out at the wrong time for him, the right time for us.
Dale, basically, like I said, there's been an accusation of 2 separate things, theft and an assault.
Theft on what though? What, have I fucking theft?
If you're going to speak to me like that, I'm not going to explain it to you, am I?
Theft on, no? Don't fuck all.
Alright, mate.
Don't give a fuck, I'm getting it for fuck all.
Well, it's on suspicion at the minute, isn't it?
Suspicion? Where's your proof?
We'll discuss that with you on interview.
You fucking daft.
What are you getting all worked up for?
Why, 'cause you wind me up.
They say to us, you're harassing me. Well, yeah, I suppose I am a little bit, because that's my job. If you were a law-abiding member of the public, then I wouldn't be harassing you, would I? But yeah, it's what we do, and it's what we like to do. He had a key in his pocket, which he was trying to get rid of, which straight away makes us suspicious. Is it for that door?
Yeah.
Right, we've got him locked up and he's got a key in his possession, which he was telling us is for his mum's house. Surprisingly, it's not for his mum's house and it's for 398. We will speak to the inspector now, see if we can get some 18s authorised while we're here.
Lovely. He's en route, yes, to Runcorn now.
Hello?
What did I say then, 2616?
Hello? Please?
He's got a bag with tan handles on it. Come on. Has that got tan straps?
Yes. Give me a sec.
Xbox. There's an iPad in there.
Just the Xbox. An iPad and what, Russ? And a notepad is in one that you're writing it, not some kind of...
Like a file of fax thing, yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
Right, yeah, I'll go and get the paperwork.
Will you bring some bags up as well?
Yeah.
There would have been somebody somewhere that he would have known of that would have had that Xbox off him. He probably would have only sold it 20, 30 quid. I mean, there's not many people that would say no to that, is there? If I remember rightly, it was run up to Christmas as well. People are desperate at that time of year to get presents for kids and things like that, aren't they?
A lot of people would assume that people target wealthy areas.
You have to be a lot more switched on and a lot cleverer than what Dale Roberts is to do that. He's just an opportunist, really. He sees something. It's like a magpie, sees something shiny, he'll just take it.
PC Ambrose is in Crewe, following up a lead on the fraudulent spending on Pam's stolen bank card.
Hi, okay.
Manager?
Yes, one of them.
Fantastic. I'm trying to track down whether you've got any CCTV in store that might have covered an incident the other week. Basically, an old lady's had a card nicked, and somebody's been in here using it. 2 transactions, one at £92 and one at £9.99. It's just...
If you just consider to tell
Yeah, of course.
It all comes down to technology nowadays. It's not just about pickpocketing now. It's, you know, people are putting machines on ATM machines that will clone your card details. People are watching over your shoulder to obtain your PIN numbers, and before you know it, they've withdrawn all your savings. You know, technology's playing a massive part.
We're just trying to go to all the places that they've used it and just see if there's any chance of finding anything. Yeah. I've got 28th of November of this year.
Okay.
And I've got the big transaction was for £92 and 97 pence.
So. Yes.
We got one.
Yes.
Awesome.
Reg 2 at 9:39 in the morning. So do you want me to go and look at CCTV? We'll have CCTV of that. Do you want the receipt of it?
6421. Yeah, they've got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they bought.
That's what they bought. So they bought
Luggage, girls' clothes, girls' dresses.
Yeah. Should we go and have a look?
Yeah, brilliant.
9:30.
9. We've got it now.
Right, so if we go from there, we're looking here. The second one in, till 1 till 2.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the girl.
Do you want me to get someone to confirm this for you?
Yes, please, if you could, that'd be fantastic.
The fact that these people come along and just steal it, how does that make you feel?
Get out to work and earn it the same as I had to. You know, that's exactly how I feel. Angry.
Is that everything?
PCs Dryden and Whitehurst are at Warrington Hospital to get the suspected stolen goods they've recovered identified by the victim of the robbery.
Right. First thing is, let me just get my gloves.
That's my bag.
That's your bag?
That's an Xbox, yes.
Is that your Xbox?
I believe so.
Is this the thing what he's threatened you with in the house? No, it wasn't that.
It was a
file, yeah.
Tell us what happened on the night.
My cat was meowing at the door. He must have been standing just out of sight, and I let the cat in, and he put his hand and a foot through the doorway.
Is that your notebook?
Yes.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
so-
my handwriting.
Right, okay.
He'd taken my wallet and my computer. Took the rest of my unemployment benefit, round about £100.
So how much were you left with?
Nothing. Then no money at all.
What did you do?
My brother and my sister gave me money to help me get by. I wouldn't have been able to replenish the gas or electricity credit or be able to buy more food.
20% of the British population now live with no savings to fall back on.
And is that your iPad? No, the screen smashed. Was it smashed before?
No.
Or is that new damage?
New damage.
Is that yours?
So I can give you the code.
Well, go on then, fire away. What's the password?
Question mark.
Shift, question mark, yep.
Capital B.
B.
A-S-I-L.
A-S-I-L. Lowercase.
Capital H. E. N. R. Y. Capital C. U. T. H.
U. T. H.
B. E. R. 7. O.
That one there?
Yes.
The bracket?
The bracket.
Yep.
The square bracket.
Square bracket.
Are we done?
And
Oh no.
done.
Done? Yes, that is your iPad. Right.
We've got some stuff back for you, haven't we? So,
All right, Nick. Well, look after yourself, mate.
Thank you very much.
No worries. All right, see you later.
Goodbye.
Is money the root of all crimes? It's not the root of all crimes, certainly not, but it is a massive contributing factor, probably one of the biggest contributing factors to crime. People want more money and they'll go to desperate lengths to get it. It's not going to change. It just is what it is. What did it spell, by the way? I thought
it was loads of different. It was 3 different names.
I thought it was going to go like a 4-digit password, like for an iPhone, like 3, 1, 2, 3.
I tell you what, when you put your password in, and mine always says weak, I bet it's kept trying until it said very strong.
Cheshire Police, how can I help you?
Like, basically, we were having a party and someone came in and she literally stole my phone and then she ran off. She literally ran off. Excuse me, I didn't know. I don't know why I worked hard to get that money for that phone.
Greed. People just want more.
Police emergency?
Yeah, just came back to the car and my girlfriend's car and the window's been smashed and the handbag's been taken.
It all comes down to your upbringing, doesn't it? And I was always taught the value of things, and we didn't get everything that we wanted.
Police emergency, go ahead.
I think I've been broken into.
Right.
I don't know if they're still in the house.
Right, where are you?
I've come outside now.
Right, have you got a car you can get into?
I think I was 13. My dad fits tow bars. I was out on a Saturday morning fitting tow bars with my dad for my pocket money. I think it is important to have the morals and values that if you want money, you go out and earn it.
They're jumping, you see. Something's happened. They are jumping.
The stolen ducks were never recovered.
At the minute, you're under arrest on suspicion of theft and assault, all right? So now say
Dale Roberts was found guilty of burglary and robbery and was sent to prison for 2 years and 7 months.
fucking bellend.
I've done nothing wrong. You're taking the word of a rich man over the word of a poor man, and now I'm arrested.
Simon has not been able to find a new job and is scraping by doing odd jobs for friends.
What does being rich mean?
Well, I've never been rich, so anyone that is rich, I don't know what it means to them. To me, it would mean not wearing the same pair of jeans for 5 days a week at work, not going hungry, not worrying, not panicking.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting a bit emotional.
PC Ambrose was unable to track down the woman seen using the stolen debit card. But the bank has refunded Pam's £10,000 savings.
Most of it is greed. If you've got it, I'll have it. I listened to something on the television at lunchtime for some manager of some company. He's on 4 million a year now. He's just had a rise of £7 million. One of that'd do, wouldn't it? One wage packet of that'd do nicely, Tal. I'd have my Rolls Royce. No, I don't want it.
If I had a choice and could do anything in the world, professional footballer. That'd be ideal, wouldn't it? Work for about 10 years and then put myself for life financially.
I'll be your wag.
Okay.
Are you ditching me when you've got more money?
I wouldn't ditch you if I had all the money in the world. Don't you worry.
Oh.